Thank you for coming, and thanks to everyone viewing this online. You are about to be transported to a bygone era when most people tuned into their radio for most, if not all, of their entertainment needs. After today's presentation, please consider filling out an evaluation form. They're on the back table back there along with some pencils. We do appreciate all your feedback. And now please join me in welcoming the Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater.
Shadows of Fear, a look at the topic of invisibility from two different perspectives. What would life be like if you were invisible? How would you occupy your time? Would you indulge in a base impulse and become a master thief? Perhaps you'd be an impish prankster, or would you become a silent angel, helping those in need? If you're uncertain what your answer would be, listen to the two stories presented here. They depict the lives of two different men. Both have the power of invisibility, but each one uses it in a different way. How each man uses this power affects the course of his life. Our first story depicts invisibility used for good. The main character protects the citizens of his city as the Shadow. The Shadow was a popular hero of both pulp fiction and radio. The radio show ran from August 1930 to 1954. Our episode aired June 31st, 1943, and could be considered a lost episode. Please silence your cell phones, sit back, and enjoy the show.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
The Shadow knows.
The Shadow aids the forces of law and order in their fight against crime. He masquerades as Lamont Cranston, a wealthy young businessman. While studying in the Orient, Cranston mastered a mysterious art, using hypnotic power to cloud men's minds. He uses this power to remain hidden from sight, aiding the police from the shadows. Cranston's only friend, Margot Lane, is the only person who knows the Shadow's true identity. Tonight's drama, Death Casts a Dark Shadow.
Well, Frankie, I told you the senator would pay off.
Guess so. Should we split the dough?
No time like the present.
All right, this is for you, one for me, one for you, one for me.
Here's your share, Frankie.
What about my share, Lefty?
Who said that?
Frankie, there's no one here. Just you, me, and the darkness.
Between darkness and light lies the Shadow. The Shadow knows all. The game is up, gentlemen.
Perhaps, Shadow, but the senator's career is over. The press will have the photos in time for the late edition.
The press will never see those photos, Lefty.
You can't stop me, Shadow. Oh, oh, oh.
those photos on the table.
Yes, sir.
At the same time, across town.
We made it.
We knocked over that bank like taking candy from a baby.
Best of all, nobody followed us here.
Nobody?
What's that? Who's that?
Shut up, all of you. Who said that?
I did, Griggs. Your bank job was almost perfect. You really should not plan robberies at a bar.
Griggs, the voice is coming from that corner.
How's that possible? There's nothing over there but shadows.
Shadows and darkness. Didn't you fear the darkness when you were little?
It must be the shadow.
Well, Margot, here we are outside Commissioner Weston's office.
Did the commissioner say why he wanted to see us this morning, Lamont?
I'm afraid not. Let's go find out, shall we?
Come in, come in.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Lamont. Good morning, Margot. Thank you both for coming. I'm afraid I have some news about our old friend, the Shadow.
Oh, what news do you have?
Yesterday afternoon, the Second National Bank was held up by 3 armed gangsters. Shots were fired, but fortunately, nobody was injured. Around 8 p.m., I received a phone call from the Shadow. He told me I could find the bank robbers at a certain warehouse down by the waterfront. I sent a squad car to investigate. My boys found 2 corpses and 1 man barely alive. Right before he died, he said he had been shot by the Shadow.
Well, I'm sure the shadow had a good reason to shoot.
I'm not so certain, Margot. What else did your men find, Commissioner?
They examined the guns used in the heist. All missing bullets were fired in the bank. They searched the warehouse, too. No sign of a struggle between the Shadow and the 3 men, but they did find shell casing. No shots were fired at the Shadow, so they must have come from his gun. I'm grateful for his help, but his behavior was a bit odd. I've not known the Shadow to take a life unless he was under threat. Him killing these 2 robbers makes the matter even more complicated. Now, what I'm going to tell you must remain confidential. We managed to infiltrate one of my detectives into the gang. He was involved in the bank job this afternoon. We identified his body at the warehouse.
Then the shadow killed a member of the police force?
He did. Until today, I've always believed the Shadow was on the side of law and order. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I intend to bring the Shadow to justice.
Are you certain that you talked to the Shadow?
Of course I'm certain. It would be nice and a huge help if he died of that cold of his.
What cold?
His voice sounded hoarse, like he had a bad cold. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of work to do.
Of course, Commissioner. Let's go, Margot.
Lamont, did you know that one of the gang was a policeman?
Margot, the Shadow was nowhere near the waterfront last night.
So where was the shadow last night?
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Margot.
Why not?
The Shadow was busy helping an old friend out of a difficult spot. A dedicated public servant who needed my help. That's all I can say, Margot. And that's unimportant now. Someone is impersonating the Shadow. After what the Commissioner told us, The most important task at hand is to determine how we will trap this imposter and clear the Shadow's good name. We may be in trouble, Margot.
Why, Lamont?
Some years ago, I received a letter from my former yogi master. It told of a student who murdered another master, then fled the monastery. My master warned me of this man's evil bent.
And you think this former student might be masquerading as another shadow?
It's possible.
Would he have the same abilities you have, Lamont?
If he was near the end of his studies, he may well be the equal of the Shadow.
Oh, Lamont, will you be able to defeat this imposter?
I know every secret of the Eastern arts, Margot. The Shadow will be able to unmask his rival. 2 things concern me, though. First, how do we find the imposter? Second, he might be able to unmask the Shadow.
Plus, the entire police force will be hunting the shadow. What will you do, Lamont?
I don't know, Margot. I just don't know.
In the market for new tires, but want ones that are safe and reliable? You need Goodrich Safety Silvertown tires. These high-quality tires are built with Lifesaver Golden Ply, a special layer which resists heat and protects against blowouts. Lifesaver Golden Ply also helps extend the life of your tires so you get the most mileage out of them. With much of the nation's rubber supply being diverted to the war effort, you need your tires to last. Call your Goodrich dealer today and ask about Safety Silvertown tires. Stay tuned after the show to hear our Goodrich tire expert offer some tips on extending the life of your tires. We now return to The Shadow.
Oh, hello, Lamont. Come in.
Good evening, Margot.
Did the shadow have any luck tonight?
No, I'm afraid not. The Shadow has talked to numerous underworld contacts, all to no avail. My evil doppelganger remains hidden.
Hello? Oh, hello, Commissioner.
Margot, don't tell him where I am.
Okay, Lamont. Yes, Commissioner. Any word on the shadow? 3 more incidents? What? No, I don't know where Lamont is. Yes. Yes, I'll be down in a few moments. Lamont, why didn't you want me to tell Weston where you are?
Because the Commissioner is about to receive a visit from the Shadow.
Ready, Shadow?
The Shadow is always ready, Margot.
Commissioner Weston, it's me, Margot Lane.
Come in, Margot. Were you able to find Lamont?
Afraid not.
There have been 3 more incidents involving the Shadow. I believe our friend has gone off his rocker.
Why do you think that?
Each of the incidents has involved 1 or more of the perps being killed. The Shadow calls me after each one. He never bothered to inform me so soon after an incident before. His voice still seems off, and his speech patterns are different. Oh, one other thing. The Shadow seems to have abandoned his 45s in favor of a pair of 38s.
All very interesting, Commissioner, but what do you want of me?
Just this. Please let Lamont know the Shadow has issued a demand that City Hall pay him the sum of $80,000.
$80,000? Surely City Hall won't give in to the demand.
I'm afraid we have no choice. The Shadow has threatened to reveal the identities of the police department's undercover operatives and are gangland informants to the underworld.
That's terrible.
In one fell swoop, our entire intelligence network would be destroyed. Our eyes and ears in the criminal organization would be lost, and we'd be exposed. The crime bosses would waste no time in sending their goons after our undercover operatives to silence them. We can't risk that. Please tell Lamont about the ransom.
Why, certainly, Commissioner. I'll head to his apartment right now and see if he's home. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Lane.
Commissioner Weston, most of the boys have headed home. Is there anything you need before I go?
No, thank you, Sergeant. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Good evening, Commissioner Weston.
I was wondering when you'd show up, Shadow.
In the fullness of time, Commissioner. We have much to talk about.
Such as your demand for $80,000 from City Hall? I've talked to the mayor, and I have your answer.
Commissioner Weston, I haven't made any...
Now, Sergeant! He's here, boys. Find him.
Okay, where is he?
Balls!
What's going on?
The shadow broke my light. Men, feel around the room. Find him by touch.
I think I got an arm. Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah, oh, he's gone out the window.
Then we'll find his corpse on the pavement below. We're 4 stories up.
Get down to the ground floor and start your search.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe that Commissioner Weston set a trap for the Shadow.
I should have anticipated it, Margot. He is convinced that the Shadow assassinated one of his detectives and is currently extorting $80,000 from City Hall.
Didn't he believe you about the other Shadow?
I never got the chance to tell him, Margot. He sprung his trap almost immediately.
How did you escape? The window is 4 stories up.
I never went out the window. I broke the window pane as a distraction. I ended up perched atop his filing cabinets and remained there, unmoving, for over an hour. Excuse me for a moment. The Shadow must call the Commissioner.
Commissioner Weston. Shadow.
Yes, Commissioner. I must congratulate you on your trap. It was most effective.
Not effective enough. You escaped.
I did, Commissioner. Trying to capture me to avoid paying was clever, but foolish. Your failed attempt will cost the city another $20,000, making the total demand $100,000.
Shadow, you know $80,000 is all the City Hall can raise on such a short time.
I am aware of their limitations. That is why I agreed to that paltry sum. If City Hall is unable to meet my demands, perhaps a wealthy patron such as Lamont Cranston can cover the shortfall. Goodbye, Commissioner.
Shadow!
Lamont, why did you threaten the Commissioner? No doubt he is certain the Shadow is guilty.
It can't be helped, Margot. I have spent the last few weeks searching for my evil doppelganger with no success. He's evaded my every attempt to locate him. But we have the perfect opportunity to catch him. One thing is in our favor: the blackmail demand. We know he'll arrange a drop-off with City Hall. He must be present to collect his payoff. If Lamont Cranston provides a substantial sum of money to help City Hall cover the additional demand, he'll be able to learn the exact time and location of the drop-off.
And the Shadow will be there?
Yes, It is vitally important that the shadow be present. It may be our only chance to find this imposter and stop his evil plan.
Thank you, Lamont. Your generosity will allow us to meet the shadow's demand.
You're welcome, Commissioner. So, the shadow expects you to drop off the money at the old Schultz's 5 and dime?
Yes, today at 6 p.m. I tell you, Lamont, the shadow has finally made a mistake. His last.
Oh?
Yes, I know where the shadow will be and when. My men and I will be standing by. He won't get away this time.
Yes, that's very interesting. Good luck in getting your man, Commissioner.
Well, here we are, Lamont, outside Schultz's 5 and dime.
Commissioner Weston should be arriving shortly.
And you're positive that your nemesis is already inside?
He must be, Margot. He's worked too hard to skip out of getting this money.
What will the shadow do?
Improvise, Margot. Improvise.
What do you want me to do?
Stay hidden and remain here for 30 minutes. If I fail to return after that time, depart and return to your apartment.
Oh, Lamont, I couldn't abandon you like that.
Margot, if I haven't returned in 30 minutes, that will mean the shadow has fallen in battle.
Oh, Lamont, I'm so worried for you. The shadow has never faced such an opponent. I don't want to lose you. I'll do as you ask, but please, be careful.
Good evening, friend.
So, you were expecting me?
Naturally. I assumed that you would learn the location of the money drop. Your next move would be to arrive shortly before Commissioner Weston in order to confront me.
An accurate reading. I can sense your mental presence.
And I yours. Though I cannot see you, your ability to mask yourself is impressive.
As is yours.
Before the Commissioner arrives, we have a few moments to talk. I have an offer for you, Shadow.
Which is?
To join forces. With our abilities, we would make a formidable team. As long as City Hall pays us. We could even continue your battle against crime.
Blackmailing the government is not what I stand for. No deal.
A pity. Seems we've come to an impasse. I know you're eager for a battle, but the Commissioner will arrive at any moment. If you don't want him to get hurt, you will not interfere as I get my money.
Shadow?
Yes, Commissioner. Do you have my money?
Yes, Shadow. Every dollar in this bag here.
Set the bag down by your feet and back away slowly.
Okay. Hey, why did you turn off the light?
No doubt you intend to shoot me the moment the bag moves. The dim lights and shadows will make that impossible.
Perhaps it will. Ha ha! Perhaps not. I see you. Drop that bag.
What? How?
Freeze, Shadow!
Take that, Commissioner!
Got him! I don't understand. The Shadow helped us fight crime for so long. Why would he turn on us? I guess I better ID the body. Don't recognize him, but here are his pair of 38s. Commissioner Weston.
Good evening, Commissioner.
Shadow. Impossible. I killed you.
No, Commissioner Weston. You killed another. An imposter. A dark shadow.
There are two of you? How?
We both studied at the same monastery and were taught by the same yogi masters. Each of us learned of the evil that lurks in the hearts of men. I vowed to fight that evil. The man you killed embraced it, taking on the form of the dark shadow. He would have become a menace to society if we hadn't captured him. Congratulations, Commissioner. You saved the city from a great danger.
How do I know I killed the right man?
By his weapons.
A pair of 38s.
Indeed. As you know, I carry a pair of 45s. Good night, Commissioner.
Lamont, how did you defeat him?
I removed the hypnotic fog from the commissioner's mind. My counterpart was focused solely on me. He never considered the commissioner as a threat. Once the fog was lifted, the commissioner was able to see the dark shadow and take him down.
I'm glad it's over, Lamont. That was a close call.
Much too close. I nearly met my match in this evil copycat, but he should have known he wouldn't prevail.
Join us next week at the same time for another thrilling adventure where the shadow will demonstrate that
the weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows.
And now a word from Mr. Roberts, our expert with Goodrich Tires.
My friends, Goodrich tire plants across the nation are working around the clock to produce the tires the military needs to win the war. You can do your part by extending the life of the tires already on your automobile. How, you may ask? Simple, really. I have 3 tips proven to extend the life of your tires. Tip 1, make no unnecessary trips. Use public transportation, walk if at all possible. Tip 2, avoid hard braking, except in an emergency. Studies have proven that repeated hard braking reduces the life of your tires by 6%. Tip 3, slowly accelerate your car to the desired speed. There's no need for rapid acceleration. If you follow these 3 simple tips, your tires will last longer. I thank you. Remember, Goodrich Tires, America's best tires.
Next week's episode, Death Has a Pale Twin. We'll continue with the second half of Shadows of Fear after this important message.
As many of our boys are fighting overseas, it has fallen to us at home to support the war efforts. One way you can help is to donate blood. Whether an injury occurs in battle or on the home front, blood supplies are vitally important to both soldiers and civilians. 1 pint of blood donated can save up to 3 lives. Maintaining sufficient supplies to serve our hospitals is imperative. The nearest blood center in Northwest Arkansas is the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks, located in Springdale and Bentonville. Please do your part. Donate blood. Your donation aids those in your community and our servicemen, wherever they're stationed. Call 479-927-1200 in Springdale or 464-2506 in Bentonville to schedule an appointment.
Our second story depicts invisibility's power and how easily one can be swayed to use it for evil. The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells was published in 1897. It has become a science fiction classic that continues to spark audiences' imaginations. Sit back and enjoy.
Our story opens one fall afternoon in West Sussex, England. Bob and Emily, a young couple, are hiking in the woods.
It's such a lovely day for a hike.
Not as lovely as you are.
Flatterer, you'll turn a girl's head.
One can hope.
I met Karen Stone at the market yesterday and... oh, pooh. My shoe's untied.
Let's stop here.
Thanks. Say, is that a cave opening over there?
I don't see anything.
Not there. Over there.
Still don't see anything.
You're too tall. Crouch down here next to me.
Oh, now I see it. I think it is a cave opening.
Let's go look at it.
All right, but first, check my knapsack for the torch.
Yes, it's there.
Good. Now, let's have a look in the cave. Here we are. Pretty shallow cave and well hidden.
I wonder if we're the first people to find it.
Let me shine the torch around a bit. We are not the first people here. Look at the back.
It's a pack of some kind. Looks like it's been here a while.
I'll go in and get it. You stay here. No point in both of us getting in dirty. Here it is. I found this small book near it.
Set that aside a minute. Let's open the pack.
You do that. I want to look at the book first.
All right. Some clothes, a cup, plate, a fork and a knife, and a few small books.
Let me see those. They'd probably go with the one I found near the pack.
Here.
Oh, these two are full of scientific notations. Most of them are crossed out. The one I found is a journal. Want to read it?
Sure. But before we do, can we build a fire? It's getting chilly.
Good idea. Go gather some wood, and I'll start a fire with these twigs. Here we are. Listen to the first entry.
December 12th. The destruction of my laboratory makes getting the necessary medical supplies untenable. I've been forced to relocate. I've settled on a quiet village called Iping, far from the city and any suspicion regarding my previous activities. It has a railway station. Gaining the necessary supplies should be possible, if somewhat slower. The station master recommended a boarding house at the edge of town. If it seems satisfactory, I will have a new home, be able to reestablish my laboratory, and continue my experiments. Curse that station master. I shall perish here in the snow prior to finding this accursed shelter. Oh, don't worry, sir. It's very close and easy to find. He's no more capable of estimating distance than I am able to lift his train. Huh? What's that? A light? Yes, a light. Salvation. Oh, bless you, kind station master. Your directions were most accurate. Open up, for pity's sake. Let me in.
Oh, come in, sir. Come in. Oh, you shouldn't be walking out in this weather. You could die out there.
So I noticed.
Go stand by the fire. I'll take your coat and things. Oh, you're so bundled up. I can only see your nose. And those bandages. Let me put your glasses by the bar. I doubt you can see through them in this low light.
Leave me alone, woman, and let me enjoy this fire. As to the bandages and my glasses, I was injured during a scientific experiment. I was burned badly, and my eyes were damaged. I am condemned to wear these blue-tinted glasses the rest of my life.
Oh, how awful. I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
I wish to engage a room for the foreseeable future. That should cover the rent for now. This is to hire someone to pick up my equipment at the station. I'll be receiving additional packages, so expect more deliveries for me at the station.
Of course, sir. There's a nice large room upstairs that you can have. I'll send the lad to the station once the storm has passed.
January 8th. I have decided to try a new approach, a topical application. I believe serum 42, derivative 3, is my best hope for skin tissue visualization. February 5th. Despite weeks of experimentation, serum 42, derivative 3, has failed thus far. My reserve funds have been depleted. Worse still, my landlady may suspect the true state of my purse. I have been forced to locate a new source for ready money.
Sid, come here, you great lumbering lunk.
Yeah, what is it?
The bar till is short again, and this time by £8.
What? I just counted a few minutes ago.
I swear someone is stealing from the till under our very noses.
Well, I don't know how, 'cause I've been in the bar this whole time. Seems we got a thief. Suppose we'll have to lock the till from now on.
Drat!
Who said that?
Not me.
Who opened that door?
Must be the wind. I'll close it.
Drat! March 31st. Another failure. My most promising serum, number 42, fourth derivative, made a patch on my left hand visible for 42 seconds, but the results didn't last. After months of experimentation and utilizing all my funds, I'm no closer to finding a formula to reverse my condition. I've reviewed my research notes, hoping to discover an overlooked approach. Sadly, no new avenues have been uncovered. All attempts to regain visibility have failed. Though I've worked diligently for a solution, these multiple failures force me to admit, quite reluctantly, that I will never return to normal and will remain invisible for the rest of my days. I don't know what I will do next. However, one thing is certain. I am once again in need of funds to survive. I'm behind on the rent, and I caught the landlady in my room looking for money and snooping around my experiments. I gave her an earful, and she left in a hurry. Nosy woman. Lifting from the till isn't possible with increased security. I need something nearby with a significant amount of money on hand. The church comes to mind. Money is collected every week and safeguarded by the vicar. It seems a viable solution. I shall visit the parsonage Sunday night. Where do they keep the collection? I've been over this office for half an hour. There must be a safe, but where is it? I'll have to risk more light to find it. I thought I saw a torch in this... Oh, confound it.
George, did you hear that?
Martha, what happened? Did something get knocked over?
I heard a loud noise. I think it was in another room. Did you hear that?
It sounds like it's coming from the study. Stay in the bedroom, Martha. I'll investigate.
What a faithful congregation. This money should sustain me for quite a while.
Who's there?
The vicar.
If somebody's here, come out and show yourself. I won't harm you. Don't be afraid.
The money bag on the desk. If he sees it, all is lost. I must get it without attracting attention.
That's strange. The light is on, but there's no one here. Yet Martha and I both heard a loud noise.
Oh, curses, he's blocking the door.
Ah, the globe next to the desk fell over. That must have been what the noise we heard. Oh, why, the lamp is broken too. Ah, and the safe is open.
Good, he's occupied with the safe. The door is open. I'll reach for the bag and sneak out.
The collection! It's gone! No, wait, there, on the table. A bag. The collection. Ah, God be praised.
Oh, he has it. I must take drastic measures.
The bag, it's been ripped from my hands.
Yes, by someone who needs it more than you. Thank you for your charity.
I don't see anyone. Where are you? Who are you?
Desperate man. I can't have you raising the alarm, so...
Oh!
The money at last.
What happened after the visit to the parsonage?
The strange occurrences in town, along with his erratic behavior, made the citizens uneasy and suspicious. They confronted him.
Money was stolen from our till, even though I watched like an hawk.
All of these unusual activities occurred after he arrived.
Someone broke into the parsonage, knocked my husband senseless, and made off with the collection.
Are you blaming me for these random misfortunes?
Yes, we are. And why are you so covered up for such a warm day? Why are you always covered up? You've been recuperating for months. Some of your bandages should have come off by now.
Madam, how I dress is none of your concern. I'll thank you to stay out of my business, infernal busybody. Oh!
Don't you call me a busybody, you ungrateful lodger. Ow! Your glasses and your nose. I've knocked them clean off. You've got no eyes or nose.
What?
Where's your face? There's nothing below your hat or above your collar.
I've got his left hand. Hold still, mate. His gloves off. Why, there's nothing there.
Isn't there? Then you won't feel this.
Oh, he's real enough.
Oh, he's taking off his clothes.
Quick, hold him before we lose him.
You can't hold what you can't see.
He's disappeared.
Find him.
Oh, stop, you ignorant apes. All I wanted was to be left alone with my work, but you pried into my room.
Well, yes, but I had to
And
because
my affairs to satisfy your curiosity.
the rent was overdue and I was looking for what I was owed.
And now I'm blamed for every unexplained thing that occurs in town? I'm sick of it. I've only done what I had to do to survive. This is the last time that I shall suffer abuse at the hands of such rabble. Should I ever encounter you again, you will all show me proper respect.
Stand in front of the door. Don't let him leave.
You think that will stop me? Through the door with you. I shall have my vengeance against that glorified collection of fools. They shall pay for their actions today. Oh, my journals! They're back at the boarding house. Oh, if those troglodytes find them, they'll burn them to save a lump of coal. I must get them back. Oh, they'll be on their guard. It will be difficult to recover them now. If I return and they suspect me nearby, they'd imprison me. Unless I send someone to retrieve them in my place. Yes, I'll recruit someone, a nobody who can recover them unsuspected. I'll seek my future associate in the morning. For now, I need shelter. That should be enough wood. Wait, what's that? A cave, short and not too deep. Perfect, a temporary base of operations.
Well, Marvel, old son, luck's been low for the moment. Traveling from town to town, asking for charity from folk, and met with naught but a haughty sniff. It's always the same thing, tossed out on your ear like an eye-ping, or an offer of work. What a day for a gentleman of leisure. Oh, I'm beat. A pond. A dip in the cool water would soothe my aching feet. My goodness, what a mean town.
Cold, unfeeling lot in Iping. Not a drop of human kindness to be found.
Not a drop. No compassion at all. Just a swift shoo out of town.
Disgraceful.
But what can one do?
You can join forces with me and take what you want from them, rather than rely upon their charity.
What? Who said that?
Me.
Oh, I don't see anyone. Come out, mister, and show yourself.
I'm not hiding, my friend. I'm right here.
There ain't anybody there. Stop playing around.
I'm not playing around. I'm standing in front of you.
You must be a ghost, then, and not a very frightening one. You seems harmless to me. Go on someone else.
So I've been reduced to a harmless ghost, have I? I'm not a ghost. I'm invisible.
You're invisible?
Invisible and very real.
How do I know you ain't something from my own fevered imagination? Prove you're real.
Perhaps a punch on that bulbous nose will convince you.
All right, I believe you. How did you get to be invisible?
A story far longer than I have time to tell. I have a task for you.
A task?
Oh, yes, one of vital importance. I need my journals in my room at the boarding house in Iping. I had to leave town rather quickly and forgot them. You will visit my lodgings and retrieve them.
Why have me do it? You're the one that's invisible.
Oh, don't ask questions. You will do it.
That boarding house in Iping, I was just there. They ain't keen on strangers. Practically drove me out of town. Oh, I don't want to get involved. If I get caught, I could be arrested.
You have no choice in the matter, but perhaps you don't grasp that yet. Here's something that will make you understand.
Ow! Mister, I don't want nothing to do with you. Goodbye.
Marvel, you can't escape me.
Oh, my. I haven't run that fast in years. But at least I'm rid of that crazy man.
Rid of me? Hardly my ungainly friend. We'll part company when I desire it. What you will do now is return to my former lodgings and retrieve my journals.
Ow! Why are you strong-arming me?
To make sure that you do as you're told. It's a simple favor. Help reclaim some property, in and out, quickly with no fuss. It was foolish to try to evade me. You can't run or hide from the invisible man. If you ever do that again, I'll kill you. Stop behind this mill. The house is just ahead. I'll enter first, then start a commotion. While I distract them, you will enter, go upstairs, and retrieve my journals. They're in my satchel inside the wardrobe. Then you'll return here. Is that clearly understood?
Yes, I'll do it, I swear. Mister, you here?
Right in front of you. Hand over my journals.
Here.
My journals, thank God. Those illiterate savages left them alone.
Now that you have your journals, I'll be on my way.
No, my odorous friend. Our association is just beginning. Invisibility offers great power I intend to utilize. I have great plans, and you'll play a vital role in them.
Me?
Oh, yes, I intend to show the good people of Iping the error of their ways. They'll rue the day they cross the invisible man. I'll use my unique situation to establish myself as the head of government for that close-minded town and rule them with an iron hand.
Rule?
Yes, rule. That rabble will obey or they will suffer. You will help me. Oh, imagine, Marvel, what it would be like to work for me.
Care for another bite, Mr. Marvel?
What needs to be done? Oh, for Mr. Marvel? Oh, yes, sir. I'll attend to it right away.
Here's your new wardrobe, Mr. Marvel. There's no charge thanks to your good friend, the Invisible Man.
Another
happen.
Marvel, throw these dissidents in jail, sentence to hard labor. Marvel, the Treasury is short 40 pounds, you incompetent clod. Where's my money?
Help me. You must help me. The invisible man will kill me.
Help you? He's puppet we're forced to serve and keep happy? Not bloody likely. I ain't your friend. You can't escape and get away clean while we're punished for every misstep. I'll tell him where you are.
A life of ease. It sounds too good to be true.
You'll see, Marvel. Tomorrow, in the light of a new day, all your doubts will dissipate. It's getting dark. Follow me, my friend. I've found a resting place for the night. A new day dawns, marking a new beginning for Iping. Today, Marvel, both you and I will never be the same. Marvel, where are you? Where are my journals? Double-crossed by that scoundrel. I must get my journals back. His footprints look fresh. He can't have gone far. I'll hunt him down, and when I find him, he'll regret the day of his birth.
Thanks again, Dr. Kemp, for taking these journals. The silver you gave me'll see me far. Now I gotta up to it.
But, Mr. Marvel, you told me this man is invisible and capable of violence. Please, stay and speak to the police. Tell them...
No! He'll kill me if he ever finds me. Oh, I need to leave.
All right, I can see you can't be swayed. I wish you luck, Mr. Marvel.
Pawning those journals off on Dr. Kemp was clever. Still, I ain't safe. I gotta get far from here. The scratch I got from Kemp should last me a while. If I can make it to the next town, maybe I can...
Going somewhere, Marvel? I'll ease up on your windpipe if you tell me what you've done with my journals. Where are my journals?
Kemp?
Kemp? Kemp who? Where?
Dr. Iping.
Yes. I told you. Dr. Kemp back in Iping.
Oh, yes.
I told you what would happen if you tried to escape again. Unwise, Marvel, throwing away a promising future. It was probably my fault for trusting a weak reed such as yourself. I shall have to do better in the future. Well, goodbye, Marvel. Dr. Kemp, eh? A man of science. Yes, that's who I need. An equal. One who understands and can share in my great work. Prepare yourself, Doctor. The Invisible Man is about to pay you a visit.
Dr. Kemp, are you sure you wish the staff to take off the next couple of days?
I'm certain. I've a bit of intense reading to do that'll require quiet. I can get on fine by myself for a few days. Enjoy your time away.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Kemp. Please remain calm. You cannot see me, but I assure you...
Are you this invisible man I keep hearing about? First from the townspeople, then from some passing vagrant named Marvel.
Yes, I am.
I ignored the villagers' tales, such rudimentary nonsense. Marvel's tale sounded so odd, I thought him inebriated.
He wasn't. What he told you was true, though I can see you're still not convinced. You need proof. Hold out your hand. You'll feel my arm.
I feel it, yet there's nothing there. Invisible! A man truly invisible! Incredible!
So, you met Marvel, spoke with him. Did he have anything with him? Any journals?
He did. He said they were important, yet dangerous, and was desperate to sell them for funds to continue his journey. He seemed eager to leave. I purchased them from him.
Where are my journals?
Rest easy. They're here in the study, on that table.
Oh.
Where are my manners? Are you hungry? There's an apple on the table.
Am I hungry? My dear Kimba, I have not had any food for 48 hours.
Please, help yourself. May I ask your name? It will make conversation a trifle easier.
Griffin. Paul Griffin.
While you eat, may I ask, as a man of science, how you became invisible?
As happens so often in science, by random happenstance. I was investigating the biological components of the class Xiphozoa.
Jellyfish?
Well, indeed, yes. I'm fascinated by their translucent properties. I was mixing various compounds, was careless with a reagent, and burned my fingers. In my haste to dispose of the smoking mixture, some ended up in a hamster's water dish. The next morning, when I checked on the hamster, I heard it running on the wheel, but imagine my shock when I saw nothing. I reached into the cage and found the animal by touch alone. I could feel its warm fur. It even bit me, yet no trace was visible. In that moment, the realization my experiment had succeeded hit me full on. I was elated. I had made the hamster invisible.
Did it suffer any ill effects?
None.
Incredible. Oh, what did you do next?
I recreated the solution and drank it.
What? No additional experiments on higher functioning mammals?
Oh, I had enough only for one more trial. A key component is rare and expensive. I couldn't afford to use the remaining solution on another test subject, so I experimented on myself. At first, nothing happened. Then an immense pain hit, and I lost consciousness. When I awoke, my skin had faded, and the musculature underneath was revealed. Next, organs came into view. I could see my own heart beating.
Fascinating.
Then only my skeleton remained. After my bones faded, I was fully invisible.
That's incredible, Griffin. But why do it? Alter the very nature of your being. What advantage could invisibility provide?
Oh, a great advantage. It would make the secrets of the natural world transparent. We'd harness and utilize them for our own benefit. Oh, think of it.
Operative X, your country owes you a debt of gratitude for your service. The first
invisible undercover operative. The information you provided us was indispensable. Your efforts have prevented a war and saved countless lives. I've put you up for a medal.
Thank you, sir.
Nurse, how long ago was the invisibility serum administered?
20 minutes, Doctor.
Ah, I can see the bullet. It's in a precarious position now. I must remove it now, or we could lose him. Scalpel!
Times, latest edition. Oh, a Prime Minister shot saved by invisibility serum. Paper, sir? Dr. Saves, the Prime Minister from a severe gunshot wound, honoured for contribution to science and service to country.
For saving the life of our Prime Minister, I dub thee, sir.
If only humanity were worthy of such knowledge.
Worthy?
Oh, yes, worthy. Every interaction that I've had with enlightened humanity since becoming invisible has ended the same way. I intend to change their minds, by force if necessary.
What do you mean? How?
Impose a new government led by a philosopher king and a learned council, men with wisdom and reason.
With you as the head?
Well, yes, we'd bend the world to our control. Think of the power guiding people to a better future. You're a scientist, Kemp. You understand the infinite possibilities of it all. I could use a man like you. Join me.
I don't know what to say. I need time to think.
Well, fine. Because I'm exhausted. I need rest.
You're welcome to my room. Top of the stairs, second door on the left. I'll remain here in the study. Rest. You're safe here.
Thank you.
I must record all this in my diary. I doubted Marvel's bizarre tale. When Griffin arrived tonight claiming he was an invisible man, I thought it a prank. But when I felt his arm, unseen yet solid to the touch, that confirmed what they said was true. What an incredible discovery! What possibilities! Joining him in his work would be fantastic. Think of how I could advance my career. Yet, he unnerves me, saying he'll force men to follow his will. He sounds less like a scientist and more like a dictator. His focus isn't helping advance mankind. It's the power and control invisibility will give him. That's a dangerous outlook. Science is knowledge, not power. He seems slightly mad, and so does his plan. I can't join him. Now, how do I tell him? Good morning, Griffin. I'm having tea. I prepared a cup for you if you'd like.
No, thank you.
Did you sleep well?
Immensely. Did you consider my offer? Are you ready to join me in my work?
I did. The answer is no.
No?
It was a difficult decision. This discovery is astounding. I must confess, part of me desires to accept your offer.
Then why did you say no?
Things you've said. Your goals don't sound scientific. They sound more like a personal agenda.
Science can't help me convert the ignorant public. I must use action and force. I'll make them see, and the council and I will be revered as humanity's saviors.
Griffin, what you're saying is lunacy. You're not thinking clearly. I think this prolonged invisible state may be affecting your mind. These erratic thoughts and behavior border on primitive.
Primitive? Could a primitive mind unlock the secrets of invisibility? I, and I alone, discovered this. Only someone with true genius could do that.
Yes, you made an amazing discovery, one that could benefit society greatly, but not by forcing people to accept it without their understanding. That's tyrannical. This plan is folly. Don't pursue it further. Man wasn't meant to have all knowledge. Some things are better left to the divine. Let me help you. You've been invisible too long. Come with me to London to consult experts. With luck, the condition could be reversed.
No! I wouldn't give up this state for the world. You will join me willingly or not.
I don't want to use this gun, Griffin, but I shall. I can't allow you to go on.
Oh, you're a poor excuse for a scientist, Kemp. Closed-minded, just like the common man. To think I wanted you to join me. I can't risk you alerting the authorities. I'll just... You think throwing tea on me will stop me?
No, but it helps me do this. There, a scientific experiment. I've proven invisibility doesn't make you invincible. It isn't a shield you can hide behind forever. You're still vulnerable. Exposed to the open air, the blood from your wound is visible.
Dr. Kemp, are you all right?
Superior intellect triumphs. I have the gun and the upper hand.
Don't do this, Griffin.
You've given me no choice. I can't risk you raising an alarm.
Dr. Kemp!
God, floating in midair.
It's the invisible man, and he's holding the gun. Grab them!
Got him!
Hey, Jared, run for the constable. Dr. Kemp's caught the invisible man.
He's wrenched free. Catch him!
Got him.
Unhand me, you!
No! Don't hurt him!
Help me take him outside. Here he is, the invisible man.
He's been a menace to our town long enough.
Get him!
Stop! Back! Everyone back! You have him?
Yes.
You should have known you weren't welcome in this town. You'll come with me for safekeeping. Then it's off to Newgate with you.
No!
Pass him to me. Make some room.
He's slipping.
No, he's escaped. After him. Don't let him get away.
There's one more journal entry left. I escaped the mob, retrieved journals from Kemp, fled to the cave, lost consciousness, awoke, wound oozing blood, looked
severe. My mind drifts, recalls the whole affair. Exhilarating, yet unnerved by something Kemp said. Condition affecting my mind. Pain sharpens focus. All conduct flashes before me. Such arrogance, deviousness, oh, how blind I was. Pains me to admit, but Kemp was correct. My mind was affected, corrupted by the lure of invisibility's power. He told me to drop pursuit. What was it he said? Some things are better left to the divine. He offered me help. Oh, if only I'd accepted. Cold, weak, won't survive much longer. Death, a penance for my actions. Regret, failure, yet still hope, invisibility valuable. Knowledge and experiences recorded in journals. If found, pray they warn others not to make same mistakes. They use discovery to benefit others. A strange peace comes over me. Feel a great weight has lifted from me. I wish.
Unnerving, isn't it?
Yes. Such an intimate portrait of a man's life.
Seeing his noble intentions changed by the lure of power and people's mistreatment.
It's chilling to think anyone could be capable of those actions.
It makes you think about your own ambitions. I hope my goals never lead me to be like him, misunderstood, friendless, forced to steal.
Ostracized by society? Dying in this cave all alone? It gives me chills. Toss more wood in the fire.
One thing worries me.
What's that?
What do we do with the journals?
What do you mean?
We can't just leave them here. Consider what they contain. His narrative, his equations and research notes. We found them in the cave by accident. Someone else could find them too. If he figured out the formula, there's risk of having another corrupt, invisible man on the loose. It would be dangerous.
I suppose we should turn them over to the authorities.
But which authorities?
I don't know. The police? The local university? A medical doctor? I don't feel comfortable giving the journals to any of them, actually.
I know what you mean. I think we should burn them. Sacrifice the knowledge so it can't hurt anyone else.
Yes. Yes, we should.
Let's do it together. Here, you take this one, and I'll grab the other two.
On 3. 1, 2,
3.
And now, a word about our next show.
Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater will present the Charles Dickens classic, A Christmas Carol, at the very end of November and the beginning of December in this place right here in the library on Saturday, December 2nd at 2 p.m. Now, this classic tale has been enchanting and entertaining millions of people around the world since 1843. It brings hope and joy and new meaning to the spirits of Christmas.
Bah! Humbug!
Ebenezer Scrooge, you may not believe in spirits, but we can assure you they believe in you.
Bah, I say. I'm perfect just the way I am.
Your past and present and future will combine to make you a better person, and we shall enjoy the transformation. Tune in to our Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater Facebook page for the exact times, places, and dates of our production. And, as Tiny Tim says, may God bless us, everyone.
We hope you've enjoyed our program, and thanks for coming out. On behalf of
Marshall Prettyman.
Jacob Pelkey.
Glenn Christopherson.
And Karen Gossett. Good afternoon.